Welcome to the 10th edition of the International Workshop for Advanced Materials, organised by RAKCAM, and Professor Tony Cheetham. Nice to see you once again.
Well, it's a pleasure to be back.
10th edition, how's it grown over that time?
Well, the numbers of attendees have approximately doubled since we started in 2009 with the first workshop. I think the most important change has been that the attendance from the region has grown dramatically. So this year we have over 100 participants from the OIC countries, including almost 50 from the UAE itself, and also around 20 from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and approaching 20 from Algeria.
So when you started this, the first edition 9 years ago, this is the 10th one, what were your thoughts at the time in terms of its development and how it would grow?
I knew that it was quite a big challenge, and one of the problems that I saw was how do we get people from the region to engage when for the most part the speakers were coming from across the world, and there was very little overlap, kind of cultural overlap between what we were presenting and what the audience knew. And so that became apparent at the first meeting. Over the years, that's gradually improved. We have more local speakers than we've ever had before, and the local participation has increased dramatically, both with professors from universities in the region, but also students and sort of PhD students.
So with the broadening and more involvement of people from across the region, how has that benefited advanced materials research and development?
Well, I think first of all, it's inspired a lot of people. And I think that, of course, there are some highlights in the region where people are doing outstanding work in places like KAUST in Saudi Arabia, in Jeddah, and also in Nazar. Ironically, even though there are these sort of centres of excellence, there's, aside from our own international workshop, there's never been any other sort of materials science workshop that serves the region. And I think the other thing it's done is to inspire people in the region, partly by giving them opportunities to go, for example, to our Sheikh Sakka laboratory in India.
And to finish off this chat, hopefully we'll have an opportunity later on, moving on from the research and the Centres of Excellence, also a business story, business success story in the region.
Yes, there is a business success story. 2 years ago, I met a scientist who I know quite well from Japan, who introduced me to a company in Japan called GSI Krios. They wanted to set up a manufacturing facility for coatings. These are anti-corrosion coatings for the oil field service industry. And they had heard about Ras Al Khaimah through our workshop, and they knew that I was involved. And being from Japan, they're very sort of conservative and a bit anxious about where to establish it. 2 years later, they're producing nanomaterials-based anti-corrosion coatings here in Ras Al Khaimah.
A success story here in Ras Al Khaimah. You must be delighted. It's a very busy coffee session, a busy few days here in Ras Al Khaimah. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much, Phil.